The proletariat must always be right. And the revolution of the proletariat against oppression must go on forever and forever.
Reading the encyclopedia.
The heading.
Trotsky, Leon.
Oh, good, it's about me.
Listen to this. On August 20th, 1940, a Spanish communist named Ramon Mercader smashed a mountain climber's axe into Trotsky's skull in Coyoacán, a suburb of Mexico City. Trotsky died the next day.
What is the date on that encyclopedia?
2013.
Strange. But interesting. I am Trotsky.
Yes, dear.
And this is our house in Coyoacán.
Yes.
And we have a Spanish gardener named Ramon.
Mercader. Yes.
I suppose there aren't any other Trotskys living under that name.
I don't think so. Not under that name.
What is the date today?
August 21st, 1940.
Then I'm safe. The article said it happened on the 20th, which means it would have happened yesterday.
Leon.
Will the capitalist press never get anything right?
Oh, Leon. Isn't that the handle of the mountain climber's axe sticking out of your skull right now?
It certainly looks like it, yes. Now that I think about it, Ramon was in here yesterday, telling me about his mountain climbing trip. He had a mountain climber's axe with him when he came in. I can't recall if he had it when he walked out. Did Ramon report to work today? No one is safe! Force must be used! And the revolution of the proletariat against oppression will go on forever and forever!
I was just reading the encyclopedia.
Is it the Britannica?
Listen to this.
History as viewed by victors.
On August 20th, 1940, a Spanish communist named Ramon Mercader smashed a mountain climber's axe into Trotsky's skull in Coyoacán, a suburb of Mexico City. Trotsky died the next day. And I think that the handle of the mountain climber's axe is sticking out of your skull right now.
I knew that. I was shaving this morning and I noticed the handle. At first I thought it was an ice pick, and then I was worried.
No, dear, it's not an ice.
Don't even say the word, you know my recurring nightmare!
Yes, dear.
About the mountain climber's axe buried itself in my skull.
Yes, dear.
That is why I have forbidden the servants to bring any ice picks into the house.
But Leon?
We'll do without ice. We'll drink our liquor neat and our Coca-Cola warm. Who cares if this is Coyoacán in August? That's a good song title. Hold on a second. Coyoacán in August, yes. Or we'll have ice, but we just won't pick at it. Ice may be allowed in the house, but may not be picked under any circumstances. Ice cube trays will also be allowed in the house if they've been invented. And I bet that article doesn't say anything about an ice cube tray buried in my skull, does it?
No.
Ha! I've outsmarted destiny. Which is only a capitalist explanation of the status quo. And. You know what this is?
No?
It's a skull!
Well, I knew that, but what is it?
climber's axe. Ingenious! Funny. I always thought it would have been a nice pick.
A mountain climber's axe. A mountain climber's axe. Can't I get that through your skull?
This is very bad news. This is serious.
Serious?
I have a mountain climber's axe buried in my skull.
Yes, actually.
All right. What am I going to do?
Okay, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna calm down. And you know what we'll do? We'll get you one of those cute little Alpine hats, you know, the hats with the feather, and we'll stick it right over the handle and we'll cover it right up.
The encyclopedia says that I died today.
The 21st. That's today.
Does it say what time?
No.
So much for the usefulness of that encyclopedia. All right. I have until midnight at the latest.
What should I tell the cook about supper?
Soup course.
Yeah.
But this man is a gardener.
Yes.
At least he's been posing as a gardener.
Yes.
Does that make him a member of the proletariat?
I'd say so.
Then what's he doing smashing a mountain climber's axe into my skull?
I don't know. Have you been pressing him?
Oh, why would Ramon have done this to me?
Maybe he's a literalist.
A what?
A literalist. Maybe Ramon asked Manuel, you know Manuel, the head gardener.
I know who Manuel
I know you know who Manuel is.
One of these days, Mrs. Trotsky. Bang. Zoom.
Maybe Manuel. Will Mr. Trotsky have time to look at the nasturtiums today? And maybe Manuel said, I don't know. Ask Mr. Trotsky.
Very funny.
Or maybe he was just too hot for Trotsky.
Very funny.
Or maybe he just wanted to pick your brain.
Stop it! Call Ramon in here.
Mom?
You'd better get it quickly. I have a mountain climber's axe buried in my skull.
Ramon, come quickly.
Good morning, Ramon.
Good morning, Mr. Trotsky.
Have a seat, please. You see, we have very good employer-employee relations. Now, Ramon, did you bury this mountain climber's axe in my skull?
Why, no, Senor Trotsky, no. I did not bury that mountain climber's axe in your skull. I smashed it!
Excuse me!
See, it's still see part of the handle.
Oh, it's truly on. The handle is not entirely out of sight.
So we cannot say buried. We can only say smashed, or perhaps jammed.
All right, but why did you do this?
I read about it in an encyclopedia.
The power of a printed word.
Well, I wanted to use an ice pick, but there just weren't any around the house.
Do you realize what it is you've done? Do you realize you've smashed a mountain climber's axe into the skull of a major historical figure? I helped run the Russian Revolution. I fought Stalin. I was a major political theorist. Why have you done this? Was it political disaffection? Anti-counter-revolutionary backlash?
Actually, senor, it was love.
It's truly on. I'm only sorry you had to find out that
No!
Yes!
No!
See?
Oh God, what a fool I've been! Why did you really do that?
You will never know, Senor Trotsky.
That's what I care!
Luckily for you, though, the night will soon be over.
Thank you. You may go.
Senor Trotsky? Senor Trotsky, do you think you would have time to look at the nasturtiums today? They're very quite beautiful.
I don't think so, Ramon. But I'll try.
Thank you, Senor Trotsky. Well, hasta la vista. Or, should I say, buenos noches.
All right. The 21st of August. The day I am going to die. It's funny, I've been over so many 21st of August in my life. Like a man walking over his own grave.
It's been wonderful being married to you, Leon.
Thank you, Mrs. Trotsky.
Though it hasn't always been easy being married to a major political figure.
I'm so sorry I was away from home so often, pending the revolution.
I wasn't everything I should have been either.
And I'm sorry I couldn't have been more in touch with my feelings.
Leon.
But I often had such trouble expressing my emotions. Oh, well, there's no use crying about it now, with the mountain climbers axe buried in one skull.
Matt, actually.
So it wasn't old age or cancer or even that ice pick I had been worried about for years. It was a mountain climber's axe wielded by a Spanish communist, posing as a gardener.
You couldn't have possibly known that, Leon.
So even an assassin can make the flowers grow. The gardener was false, and yet the garden that he tended was real. How was I to know he was my killer when I passed him every day? How was I to know that the man who tended the nasturtiums would keep me from seeing what the weather would be like tomorrow? How was I to know I'd never get to see Casablanca, which wouldn't be made until 1942, and which I would despise anyway? How was I to know I'd never get to know about the thousands dead at Hiroshima, or the bomb, or rock and roll, or Gorbachev, or the state of Israel? How was I to know I'd be erased from the history books of my own land?
But reinstated, at least partially. Someday.
Someday, for everyone, there's a room that you enter, and there's a room you never leave. Or else, you go out of a room, and it's the last room you'll ever leave.
But you...
This is my last room.
But you're not even here, Leon.
This desk, this book, the calendar.
You're not even here, my love.
The sunshine coming in through the blinds. You standing there.
This is yesterday you're seeing. You're in a hospital bed, unconscious right now.
Will you read me the encyclopedia one last time?
On August 20th, 1940, a Spanish communist named Ramon Mercader smashed a mountain climber's axe into Trotsky's skull in Coyoacán, a suburb of Mexico City.
his axe, buried in his skull, and still go on for one more day. I think I'll go look at the nasturtium.